Hi, I'm Glynn Turman, and you're listening to Courtside with Marc. Here's how far I go back, Marc.
Okay.
I go back to when Lou Alcindor
I've heard of the guy, yeah.
had just been accepted at UCLA, and we threw a party in the projects on 135th Street.
Tell me about this, man.
And we all went to the party, all us kids went, and it was so crowded, we never did get into the apartment where the party was. So we were partying in the halls.
Hey everybody, Marc Israel. Welcome to Courtside, where we're continuing to broadcast from LA, where we came out for All-Star Weekend, and Byron Scott and some others were nice enough to invite us to co-host and sponsor an event that he was doing to raise money for research into sickle cell anemia. And Byron was good enough to introduce me to a whole bunch of great guys who were there for the event, including a really cool dude by the name of Glynn Turman. Glynn has been a working actor now for 8 decades. Actually started in the acclaimed Broadway production of A Raisin in the Sun, and has done literally hundreds and probably thousands of things since then. Has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Really cool dude, interesting guy. Talked to him a little bit about life, movies, and basketball. Check it out. So it's my pleasure to be sitting with Glynn Turman. So nice to meet you, man. How are you?
You too, Marc. I'm good, man.
Good to see you, man. So it's good to see you out here at this bowling end.
Yeah.
Are you here because you like bowling, or what brings you here?
Well, both. You know, I like bowling, especially when it's bowling for a great cause, you know, and Kiki and Byron are dear, dear friends, and they've put this together, and I'm always there for them if I'm able.
That's awesome, man. And you know, I think I told you, so I do an NBA-themed podcast. Are you a hoops fan or a fan from back in the day?
Yeah, especially back in the day. You know, it's hard for me to keep up with the youngsters now, but, you know, there's a few old guys that are still in the game that I still
So who's your team growing up? Where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up in New York,
New
York City, so I'm a native New Yorker.
Me
Where you
too,
from?
brother.
Where you from, New York?
I was born in Brooklyn. I grew up in Long Island. What about you?
All right, I'm Manhattan. I grew up all over Manhattan, uptown, midtown,
you're the real
downtown, Lower East Side.
You and World Be Free, man. You're like
That's it. Speaking about, here's how far I go back, Marc.
Okay.
I go back to when, you're speaking about basketball, when a man named Lou Alcindor
I've heard of the guy, yeah. Power Memorial.
had a party because he had just been accepted at UCLA, and we threw a party in the projects on 135th Street.
Tell me about this, man.
And we all went to the party, all us kids went, and it was so crowded, we never did get into the apartment where the party was. So we were partying in the halls, and of course, you know who he became.
That's amazing. So that's
Don't put that together. Never mind how far.
That's like 1965.
Yeah, 1965. Yep.
So he was. So Lou Alcindor, by the way, we'll talk about what he did a couple of years later, but really one of the greatest schoolboy, basketball players in the history of the game, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did you watch him and follow his game back then?
A little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit, yeah.
But you heard there was a party going on.
I heard there was a party going on. That was that was his thing.
So when you grew up, so you were a New Yorker. Were you a fan of those old Knicks teams?
The Knicks,
in the late 60s?
but I grew up in the West Village, the lower East Side, the West Village.
Okay.
And there's a park on 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas now, but 6th Avenue, near Waverly.
Okay.
And all of the games are played right there. Basketball was played at Rutgers, and at the 6th Avenue Waverly courtyard. And that's what. But my game was handball. I couldn't play. I couldn't. I had no game at all. If I waited for them to pick me, I'd still be out there.
You weren't a hoopster.
No, I wasn't a hoopster, but I was a hell of a handball.
Were you a good handball player?
I was a good handball player.
So, by the way, handball is another quintessential New York game. Like people don't explain what handball is.
People don't really know what it is. And we played it with a Spalding. I don't know if you know what a Spalding is.
Describe it,
but
man.
A Spalding was a soft a pink ball that was used for handball and stickball.
Yep.
Stickball was played with a broomstick, literally, and we played that in the streets, and the manhole covers were the bases.
Yep.
And but we also used that Spalding for handball.
Yeah. And it was literally it was literally, for those of you who don't know, it was literally just the big ball.
Just hitting the ball up against the wall. It had to go across the line, and then you had your shots.
Were you a two-handed handball player?
Oh yeah, I was ambidextrous with it.
That's pretty cool. Were you just as good right and left?
No. I had to count on this. Yeah,
that's pretty cool, man.
But it's a hand-eye coordination game.
Right.
I couldn't play it now.
Well, we all got.
I can do well now.
So you
But
grew up
that's New York. But I grew up in New York.
That's cool, man. And how long you been out here in LA?
I've been out here longer than I was in New York. That's for sure. I came out here in the late 60s, and that's in 19. I came. What is this? January what? This is
26.
This is 26. I came out here January 17th.
Wow.
1968.
You've been here a couple of years, man.
Yeah, 1968.
Yeah.
I turned 21 right here, and I just had my birthday. I'm 79 now, and
Dude,
I just had
great.
my birthday. I said that so that you would say that.
It worked. It worked. It does. You do. First of all, you don't look a day over 78. Obviously. No, you look fantastic, man. That's
Marc,
unbelievable.
It's been a ride, but I'm blessed, truly blessed.
That's amazing. So you and that guy Lou Alcindor really came out here around the same time.
Yeah,
didn't you?
we came out around the same time.
Yeah.
Right. And we're good friends now, and have had the chance to meet with him on several occasions, talk with him. He's a Buffalo soldier and fanatic, so am I. Black history.
Yep.
He's well aware of all of the things that I grew up knowing about and interest me in my learning spurts. And so we've had some great conversations. He's a bright man. God, is he bright.
Very special guy, forget what he does on the court, what he did on the court, what he does off the court, speaks out on issues that he believes in and that are important. By the way, another thing that he's close to my heart, huge jazz fan.
Yes, we talk about jazz too. Well, growing up, like I said, I grew up in the Village, so the Village Gate, the Vanguard, all those places where Coltrane and Miles played were right in my backyard. And when I was too young to go in, my nose was pressed up against the window, and all that kind of stuff. And I would wait to see McCoy Tyner and all of them,
The best, man. Those are great musicians. Those are unbelievable. Yeah. And you made your career in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. So you're going strong. Tell me a little bit about that, man. What you've done and
shoot. Aside from just getting the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame 6 months ago, yay!
Congratulations! That's a shout out. That's a big shout out.
It's been a heck of a ride. Over 60 years in the business, 66 something like that years in the business. Starting on Broadway with Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, and Lou Gossett Jr., and some of the greats, in a play called A Raisin in the Sun.
Incredible. Lorraine Hansberry.
Yes. Well, Lorraine Hansberry lived and wrote that play in Greenwich Village.
Oh, really?
I lived my mother and I, single parent. We lived on 10th between Hudson and Bleecker, and Lorraine lived upstairs over the candy store that was on Bleecker between Christopher and 10th.
Wow, it's right there. Wow, that's amazing.
So she and my mother were good friends, and that's how I ended up in the play on Broadway.
That's incredible. It's an amazing play with some incredible actors.
The best, the very best.
And actresses.
Yeah.
And since we're talking a little bit of hoops, we talked a little bit about Kareem or Lou, as you called him. So you've been out here a lot of years. Are you a Lakers fan? Were you a Lakers fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, are you kidding? The Dream Team, Magic? Oh, just so Magic. We were together, unfortunately, at the passing and the ceremony of life for a dear friend of ours who just passed away. But he was there, and he brings such confidence and calm and grace to any event that he attends. So the parents of this young man who passed away were really glad that he was there. And he was, he's an amazing cat.
He's an amazing man, right? He seems to be as great as he was on the court. He's that great off the court.
Absolutely.
Right? And the things he does for the community. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Was he your favorite player from those Showtime Lakers?
Yeah,
was
but
Kareem your guy?
I was Dr.
Oh,
Dr. J.
Yeah. Julius, man.
But yeah.
Another New York boy.
Yeah,
grew up on Long Island, Roosevelt High School.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. So I was Dr. J, but for sure, when it was the Dream Team, with Kareem and Magic and all the guys, and Byron and the cats, I was there.
That's a lot of fun. And so you follow the Lakers now, or not as much? LeBron.
I'm hanging in there. I'm watching the old man run up and down the court. I'm impressed.
It's pretty impressive, right?
I'm impressed. He glides, man. I did go to a game not too long ago that he played in. I got a chance to sit. Had good seats, and I was just amazed at how graceful that massive man is. Wow. He's built like a Centaur, but he's as graceful as a gazelle. It's amazing.
It's really incredible, and you've been blessed, I'm guessing, to perform and to act with lots of greats. Who are some of the favorite people that you got a chance to work with?
You name somebody.
Oh, you name it, man. You go first.
Well, I've worked. I've been, like I said, I've been in the business a long time. I'm currently on a show right now in which Courtney Vance, a fine actor, is. We're doing a show for Disney called Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh, nice.
And so this is our third season, and it's coming back up again. And it's a show that's really wonderful with an amazing young cast, and it's Disney's #1 show.
That's very congratulations. You one of the Olympians.
I'm actually Chiron, if you know anything about your mythology, was the trainer of all of the young Olympians. But he's half man and half horse. Okay. So I'm on a horse. When I go to work, I'm half man, half horse. I'm on a horse on the set all day.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's crazy. Wow, so they can do all that movie magic and put it all together.
Do you know how to ride? Have you ridden horses
your
whole life?
Yeah, I know a little bit about it.
Although I'm guessing you didn't ride too many horses in Greenwich Village.
But I did in Central Park.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did. I used to play hooky, cut school, and go up there and tell the man I'll shovel that crap in the stall over there if you let me ride that horse. I always had a love for horses, and so I used to do that, and it came in handy.
It came in handy as well. Well, I really appreciate you coming and spending some time with us, man. It's really fun, and a happy birthday. And I was kidding, by the way. You look 20 years younger than you claim to be.
I'll give you that $20 a little later,
I'll
Marc.
take it, man. Thanks so much,
Thank
man.
you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you. All right, there you go, and that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks so much for watching. And since you made it this far, do me a solid. Hit the subscribe button down below, leave a review, send the episode to a buddy who you think would enjoy it. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.